or 4x times factor.
That's not true.
Hold on. You gotta let her rock. Y'all can respond in a minute.
Yeah, we was talking about PDF, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about
everybody. What up, moderator Flex?
I'm talking about grape.
So here's what we gotta do off time. I'm gonna let you land off time, but we're about to enter the zone of the sources, right? Because in a minute, look, H Black Man 2 and then you and everybody.
I'm ready.
We about to start letting them sources fly. Divine already got her hand on the keyboard.
So thank you.
Go ahead.
One thing. So when we look at the FBI stats for all these crimes, everybody.
Hold on, let it rock.
Black, stay on mute. Everyone. And let him finish. Whether you agree with him or disagree with him, let him finish, and you all get a chance to respond afterwards. Have some decorum.
Thank you. All right. So when we look at this FBI chart that everybody's very familiar with, you will see that take into account that black people represent somewhere around 13% of the population, white people somewhere around 59% of the population. So if you look at the data, and at any time white people are over 59%, that would mean they're overrepresented in the data. If they're showing under 59% in that crime, whatever it may be, underrepresented. With black people being 13% of the population, you'll see that in every single sector, they're exponentially higher than 13% of that particular crime, means they're way overrepresented in that particular data set.
Whoa.
Do you think they're overrepresented because they're the most ones doing it?
Just stop it, man.
See, the issue is that first of all, when it comes to that FBI.gov website, right? That's from.
Hold on, Black. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Moderator Flex. I got y'all. I promise. Moderator Flex, though. Welcome to the panel. Okay. You've been listening, right? What's the thoughts?
Big Flex.
Wow. Overall, I want to shout out to you, host, for having such a dynamic, such a great conversation. I think it needs to be had, and I'm happy that he brought in the rhetoric that he just brought in, brought in, which is untrue. We know Divine is about to cook him on it because we about to get to the facts, and maybe he's not familiar with this show, but over here, whatever statement that you make, we're going to press that person to substantiate that statement with facts. We know it's untrue. However, to speak to some of the things, by the way, handsome black man, almost I had to look around. I heard myself talking. He sounded a lot like me when he speaks. But shout out to him. I like what he did. I like how he brought into the conversation the nuance that a lot of people like to omit in these type of conversations. But however, I think what Off Time is saying is wrong, and I'm waiting for Divine to unpack that with the facts. For now, I don't even want to give my 2 cents, because I have a lot of opinions and they want to come out, but I don't want to, I don't want to.
Yes, you can dog walk.
Let the woman talk. You're not going to say anything. Let her talk.
Hey, hold on, dude.
So I'm just giving you a thing.
Because see, he tried to flex on Flex. I heard that all the time.
Yeah,
It's all right.
he really did.
Yeah,
He tried to flex on my beloved, but I got the source.
Hey, before you before you cook, because I know you're gonna cook, you might need screens and everything. Let me and look, since he just said that, I already know Flex is pulling out the apron and the utensils right now. But hold on, let me let Black American get in, just because I know we about to really dive in when you take it over, Divine. So hold on, go ahead.
Yeah,
Black American,
you know, I only come up here is when people lie. I don't like liars. First of all, he's referring to the FBI.gov website that hasn't even been updated since 2019. Fucking 19. He's referring to chart 43A. Y'all all see, and I know it off the top of my dome because y'all do it all the fucking time. So I remember it. He's referring to chart 43A, right?
It's the chart that's always showed by y'all, and y'all don't realize what it shows.
Let her rock.
Excuse me, right? And I really don't understand your argument because.
Oh my God!
Clearly doesn't understand. Made my argument.
I actually did understand your argument. Like, what are we talking about? Not only that, I think it was Flex or Money. Actually, when it comes to those statistics, we're underrepresented, right? Not overrepresented. It even tell you on that chart that we're underrepresented, right? I want Divine to pull it up because I'm in my car, but I also feel like y'all got to take into account that a mass majority of these statistics, they're kind of screwed because they don't take into account the exoneration rate, specifically when it comes to homicide, right? Yep. So I'm just trying to understand, like, Where's your viewpoint? Like, where are you going?
And
Like,
that's
your argument, it makes no
53%.
sense. All right, can you
He just looks
elaborate?
it up.
Yeah. So on exonerations, if you look up, there's since 1989, there's been about 3,500 total exonerations across the board, which is very insignificant in the overall scheme of things. Yes, black people account for the majority of exonerations, but that would only be, you know, a percentage of a percentage. Like it's so insignificant in the overall data set.
Oh
that
man,
it is
off
irrelevant.
time.
It's
Okay,
very
go ahead.
irrelevant, guys, compared to like we're
But
going
how
to
is that how is
1989.
that irrelevant when you're
It's
speaking
half
about
of
You're talking about
the FBI.gov
3,500.
chart?
There's been millions of convictions,
So
millions
what?
since 1989.
Again, right? You still have to take into account that. What are we talking about? You still have to take that into account when you're speaking about the statistics of black men
I
committing
am. We
crimes.
are taking that into account, and if you
Okay,
look
no,
at
but
it,
you
it wouldn't even be a
saying
full
that it's
percent.
irrelevant.
It
You're
wouldn't even
saying
be a
that it's
full percent.
Excuse me, you're saying that it's irrelevant. It does not
irrelevant,
matter
right.
how minute the number is. It still holds weight when we're speaking about this conversation.
Not in the
And I
data.
feel like-
Hold on, Tom. Coming to you
And
next
I
for
feel
a
like
full
you're being
response. Hold on.
disingenuous.
Be
I
very
feel
It
like
doesn't. It doesn't move the
Hold on, Tom. I said
needle.
I'm coming to you next for a full response. Hold on, let her land, and I'm gonna just give you.
No,
the
I
mic.
actually do feel like you're being disingenuous because you're saying that it's irrelevant. How is it irrelevant when we're speaking about statistics and crime, specifically crime? I'm confused.
Yes,
If you
because
get-
Hold on, hold on. Let me do this.
you
Hold on,
grab,
Black
you
man,
gotta
don't even,
take
don't
in
even,
exoneration rate.
I don't want to be required to respond
That
to what you're
was-
saying.
yeah.
I want it to be right. Like I'm gonna let you land, and I'm gonna just give him the mic.
No,
so
but
you
that's
can-
what I'm saying. Beyond, even when he's referring to that chart, if you actually look at it, since actually the last time they updated it was February the 1st, 2026, and they actually said in the black community, specifically the black community, crime has decreased. So I'm just confused. And first of all,
that is true. That is true.
Exactly. So
Black
hold on.
American.
So
I think
what
it's a
are
whole-
you? Hold on. So what are you talking about then?
No, one
Wait,
minute.
hold on, hold on,
No,
hold on,
no,
hold on,
has gone.
One minute,
hold on,
guys.
hold on. My flex, go ahead.
Especially when
Yeah,
you got a
the host
50%
don't yet want to
exoneration rate,
engage
you
with the
can't
points that are being
really
made yet. He want everyone to get their points
say
off.
that that's
And
correct
then he's gonna
when
reopen it
exonerating means
for
that they didn't
engagement.
do it.
So I'm asking
So if you
questions.
got
It's not
half
gonna
the
give
people,
everyone the chance
you're
to
just
get their
arresting
points off.
people.
I
At
think
this
that's what the
point,
host is,
you're deeming
is
yourself
attempting
as
to do.
incompetent.
So run the show the way he want to run it,
as
and we have to
a
respect his rules. But yeah, so make
So,
your points. But that's
I think
cool,
that's
but
where
once
we
you
are.
engage,
But
it's
it
gonna go
won't
back and
happen.
forth.
It won't.
And
Nothing
we
will
wanna-
happen
we wanna
until
get
it
to
happens to
that, but it's
somebody.
not the time
You
for it
know
yet.
that it's not
I
supposed to.
appreciate
But
it.
again, he just acknowledged that on that same government website that he's trying to argue about, it said that and actually since February the
Like I
1st,
ain't gonna be here long.
2026,
I don't want
crime has
disrespect
decreased
the
in
homie.
our community. So why didn't you even bring that up?
And I ain't tell him that I
So
was
why are
doing
you
this,
not
so
bringing that
I'll
up?
we're
You're
not
just
asking
speaking
no
about
questions
one.
right now.
You're just speaking about one thing within the
But
black
I'll let you
community.
in
Like
on
this is
something
why I
of a
say
think
that in
tank.
conversations like this,
So,
y'all are disingenuous.
just
It
not
makes
having
no
no-
sense.
just
Your
be
argument is
just
flawed,
talking.
but you don't want to
Hey,
bring
but
up
the
how the
numbers are still
same.
the numbers.
But what are you talking about?
Hey, something we got to be
I'm
clear
asking a
about.
question.
So this is what it's seeming like. Hold on, everybody, give me a second. Hold on, give me a second, everybody. Off time, right? I just said, and as you see, right, I have no problem giving you the floor to respond. I let everybody speak, but there's something that you're missing about what's going on. Because like it's been said by Flex on a couple different occasions, Money just hopped in, people hopped in and said, like let the person land so that you can fully get the floor and respond, but you keep hopping off, which leads me to believe, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but when these kind of things happen, it leads me to believe that it might be intentional so that you can avoid a substantive conversation, right? Now, I'm not trying to say you are running, but I'm saying you keep hopping off with the knowledge that it's problematic.
Yesterday
So I'm
I
gonna
went
ask
on
you,
and
if
I
you do
just was
really want to
asking for
engage and get to
definitions
the
and
facts
people
of the
wouldn't
matter,
even.
stay on the on mute till she lands, so that
They
way
were
I can
saying
fully
that
give you the mic, make
come
sure that
about
everybody
murder
stays
him.
quiet while you're talking.
And I was just
like
asking for the definition of
the
murder
panelists
by
right now.
law,
Black
and when
American
we
Life,
She
read it,
landed a couple times.
Well, no, she
every
I'm
time
not-
I
I'm
asked
not
for the
landing
definition,
because
when
every
they
single time I
said
say
that was
something, you
what it
interrupt me.
was,
But again,
they would leave
right,
because
it's
the
not on your-
definition don't
I
match.
find it weird that
And if I can see that,
stop
I'm sure that
referencing that chart.
everybody in the
That
world
hasn't been
sees
updated
that. I
since
don't know
2019.
what
If
we're
that
doing,
same
but
very own website, right, the FBI.gov website
Well, I ain't
saying,
think there's nothing
right,
funny
that
about it.
crime has decreased in our community, why are you bringing up that statistics from 7 years ago? That makes no sense to me. That makes
they
no
don't have
sense.
statistics
Does
that
anybody
7
else-
years ago
does
'cause
anybody
crime
else
went down a
understand
whole lot.
That same thing
kids
that he's
doing
mentioning
good.
was from 7 years ago. And obviously, if you heard him, he just agreed that same website just said that, again, from February the 1st, 2026, that crime has actually decreased in the black community. Stop bringing that up. It would have been different.
That's what
It
people
would have
do when
been,
they're
hold on, hands.
anti-black.
It would have been different if he actually pulled up like another source, right? A credible, reliable source to substantiate his claim on crime being high in the black community. But no, stop referencing that chart. So off time, I'm saying the same thing over and over again because you keep on saying the same shit over and over again. And clearly it's not getting through your crack ahead. Because you talking
Now it's
about
poor people.
Hold up. Let's not make no personal
And it's poor
attacks.
dumb
Let's
people
keep it
trying to
on
see
the points that are being made.
where everybody's
Also,
standing.
try to
Say whatever I
rephrase.
want.
Listen, everybody listen when
On
Flex
this
is talking.
panel, look, one minute, on this panel, you can't say whatever you want to
No
because
cursing.
we're not going to get the live down, or it's not going to. We don't want anything to affect the live, and we don't want it to get too personal that it does affect the live. So you have to be cautious of some of the things that you're saying in terms of personal attacks, calling names. But it doesn't matter. You can deal with the arguments. You can attack the arguments all you want to, and also we welcome people saying.
Flex, just say ad hominem only because I think that ATTACK word it hits the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have to be aware of the ad hominem attacks too as well.
No. Don't say the ATTACK word.
Oh, okay. We have to be
The K
aware
word
of ad
it
hominem.
hits the line.
Okay. Yeah, we have to be aware of the ad hominem attacks too as well.
No.
Very factual,
Don't say the
detailed
ATTACK
conversation.
word.
So it's good because this is going to be very educational once we start cracking open these points. So appreciate that.
Yes, sir, Mod Flex. Appreciate you. So real quick, thank you for your perspective, Black American. Listen, off time. Go ahead. Like I said, as promised, go ahead. You have the floor to respond to all of what you heard.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter whether it's the FBI chart. You can go to any chart.
Three-letter agency. Just go with three-letter agency. Go ahead.
Hey guys, save my spot for like 3 minutes. Host, I'll be right back. I just need to use my phone to pay for something, guys.
Not a problem. Let me drop you something real quick.
My man,
got you.
I appreciate you.
Not a problem.
So any data set, if you find that blacks are committing over 13% of that crime, that particular crime, that would mean they're overrepresented, right? And if you look at any data set, any chart of different types of crime, you will see that black people are way over 13% as a percentage of the population committing that particular crime. So it's very easy. She said they're not overrepresented. In every sector, they're represented. And yes, since the 90s, crime has gone down across the country, but overall, 2% of counties nationwide account for over 50% of homicides every year. So crime in the inner cities is still a problem compared to their white counterparts. White people are unalived at alarming more rates by other black people versus white people being, unalived by other white people. It's an epidemic.
Okay. So thank you for your perspective off time. Obviously, there's going to be pushback, right? There's people who beg to differ, myself included. But of course, I want the conversation to be as fluid as possible. So what I'm going to do is real quick is go to D, get D into the conversation, and we can fully open it up so that everybody can speak to what's been said, right? So D, welcome back. What's your thoughts?
Well, on the prompt, what went wrong with Carmelo Anthony is that his parents did not hold him accountable. He committed a crime based on the facts that was proven, and allowing that gentleman agreement to be exposed sunk him even more, where it still will not change the fact he did what he did. It's no excuse. He's guilty of murdering that boy. And right is right and wrong is wrong. Take color out of it. The only thing he had to do was just move, leave. So no new trial. Hey, I'm happy for that, but I would have preferred him to get a new trial, then introduce the gentleman agreement into this new trial, and then give him the 99 years he deserved from day one. And I land right there.
All right. Appreciate your perspective on that. So I'm gonna start.
Do she believe in self-defense?
No.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh, fuck that. If it's a crime, if you defending yourself against an attack, is that a crime? Or is that
use a different word, Elma? Don't use the ATTACK word.
Are you talking to me, or are you addressing the host?
I'm talking to you.
Okay,
you sit here and say he did something. No, it was a reaction against an action. It was nothing else. This is the whole world is a reaction against an action.
So in the state of Texas,
he was approached,
Let him land.
pushed up on, and he said, "No, I'm making it home today," and that's what he did. He made it home. So is that wrong?
well, in the state of Texas, and
No, I'm asking you, is it wrong?
he was wrong.
For defending himself?
He didn't defend himself. I'm going to give you.
So
the
who
fact.
was the aggressor?
Carmelo Anthony?
How?
Okay, well, in the state of Texas, by
No,
law,
I'm asking you how. How did he be
Because-
aggressive?
touch me and see what happens.
No. And who touched him first?
You-
Who touched who first?
It don't even matter. Bye.
No,
She
I'm asking
dropped.
her a question.
I just sent the
answer
galley
it.
to the drawer.
No. You forgot.
She pandering to white
Hey,
folks. Don't
hey,
pay
hey,
her.
No,
no
listen.
mind.
He gonna answer that.
She pandering to white
I've
folks.
been
No, don't
One
run.
minute, the host is speaking.
I asked for a simple
Hey,
question.
host is
I
speaking.
said-
Come on now.
Pause, everybody, please. Listen, it's no, it's
Oh,
not.
wow.
Black America, you must have forgot. I told you before. Look, all requests go through C app or PayPal. I'm gonna send it back to you. And none of them come through the platform.
It don't matter. What's the
Well, I mean,
No,
if
we're not
it's a
doing
panel,
this.
I've been
When
on this.
Beyond is
what's the
talking,
cash out?
when Beyond is talking, be quiet.
I'm talking.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Hold on, money. She's trying to
him. I'm
2
talking
seconds.
to him.
Me personally, I think the South is committing, like,
I just sent a galaxy to drop her.
I hate to say this, the South is committing structural suicide.
That's a simple question. She can't answer it.
Hey, man, we got to kick y'all off the panel if y'all not going to be respectful. man.
Everybody,
I mean, it's
listen.
the monsters over talking.
We're about to jump into a
No,
world.
Black America, because they're allowed to hop off. But listen, hold on. Let me send get that back to you, right, D? Because like I'm
And
trying to tell you, stop sending.
yeah, there's gonna be certain people that are gonna be cut out.
Send them through here, right? There's
Not
a
sure what
photo-
that looks
there's a
like
photo
yet,
that's
but
pinned to the profile, right? So
right
go to my
now, if
profile,
you can't be trusted or you have an inherent bias and you
and so
don't
it'll list every single thing that you could want to do, or that you're able
think
to do more
that
specifically
you do,
in terms of requests, right?
man.
And it also says what the C app is and what the PayPal is. What I'm saying is you got to find the request that you're looking for.
The only
and
thing
send
that's
it
gonna
via
save
that
anything
app,
around here
right?
is gonna be
You can't send it
if
to
we
the
go
platform.
fully
So that's why I send it
automatic.
back to you, D. I send it back to you, Black
That's
America.
the only save that this
Regular gifts and
state, country,
contributions can come through
because
the
everybody's
platform
moving
without
much
request.
faster.
That's what I'm saying. So
Everybody
whatever you wanna
else
accomplish,
is.
Send it. Put it in the notes who it's for. I'm not saying any names because I maintain anonymity for whoever's sending it.
Then we're
And
way
send it back,
behind,
okay?
and now we're
All right.
realizing it.
With that being
And
said, go ahead. El.
wow.
El Miles, go ahead.
Yeah,
Just
I asked
listening
her
to this, because this is
who
really
was the
about
first
Carmelo
person
Anthony and then the
that-
statistics of
that was aggressive.
what happens in this case.
Okay, El Miles, I had to drop. Hold on, you could finish El Miles, but I had to drop her because somebody just sent it through the C app. So listen, here's the deal, D. You already know what it is because it happened before, right?
She's
Either you can send it back to come back up, somebody can send it on your behalf, or you have to wait 20
yeah,
minutes,
she have to
which is gonna
wait.
put you at 3 after the next hour, right?
Yeah,
So 3
before
after
she
the
go
next hour, you
back
got
up
20
there,
minutes,
but
okay? All right, go
man.
ahead.
Dang, Black America ain't playing.
I just wanted to make
This
a
is
claim,
financial
'cause
suicide.
I feel like as
I know it's
as
geared up
Black
for certain
Americans,
people, but that's in
we don't even
declination.
feel like we have
And
the
I
right
believe they know
to
that.
defend ourselves when somebody is aggressively attacking
I
us.
would tell
No matter the circumstances,
poor people,
no matter where you
especially
at,
people like
if
me,
somebody
don't
that
do
you
nothing.
know approaches you and put your hands on you, you should have the right to ask the
Make
ask
you
the
some
right
money,
thing
sit
to
on it.
do. They gon' bump back.
Stay at home.
And for her to sit here and
Don't do
make that
nothing.
claim, man, this is crazy because it's getting sad because it's more black
Gotta make
people
sure you have
that's
your
going for-
eyes
going
dotted, your
for,
T's crossed, because I
the
think it's
white
gonna
guy,
be serious here in a
and
minute.
they not even looking at it like he was the aggressor, like he went to school and said,
For
I know
me, it's
I'm
a
about
race
to
to
get beat
10.
up
I
on.
need 10,
know
I need
somebody
10,
gonna
I need
approach me
10,
and try to
10,
fight
10.
me.
I'm almost there.
Man, that dude been taking that poker to school for the last 2-3 years, I bet. And for them to sit here and say, oh, he did that day because he knew what he was going to do, and for that prosecutor to get away with it, that is procrastination at its worst. Don't nobody gonna know what's gonna happen to you when
Once
you
I
go
get 10,
somewhere.
everybody else good.
Yeah, can I say
Yeah,
something?
Miles, Flex, absolutely.
Off time. You just recently brought up statistics to establish your point I think that you were trying to make throughout this conversation. Let me ask you, when you were reading those statistics, when you interpret those statistics, how do you account for...
Moderator Flex, before you finish that, let me just say this real quick. I had to drop you, Black American, because somebody just sent it through for you. So once again, you can send it back through to come back up right away. Somebody can send it on your behalf, or you can just wait till 6 after the next hour.
Golly, they just right here throwing.
What, you can't hear me?
Throwing
somebody dropped you, so you could sit, you know what to do if you want to come back up. But somebody dropped you. Okay, go ahead, Flex. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure the chat gonna bring her up because they like how she was cooking.
Right.
But yeah, so off time, how do you account for the judicial system being corrupted unless it is your position that the judicial system is not corrupted
go up and
it
speak,
runs
but
the
I
way
don't
it's
feel like
supposed to
outside
run?
on y'all.
If you don't believe that,
I've been
how
knowing the
do
guy
you,
for real long, for a long,
how
knowing
do
who
you
he is for a good while.
account for the
we've had a
racial
lot of
judicial
deep
system
conversations.
and how they are unfair when it comes to people in terms of race, opposed to the facts facts of the crimes that commit? That's number
Sorry,
one.
Flex, 2 seconds. L Miles, somebody just dropped you and somebody
Golly.
brought Black American back up.
Uh-oh.
So 2 things just happened. I'm just making sure the whole room is aware of what's going on. Black American was just brought back up by a SEAC. Somebody sent it through SEAC.
Already.
And somebody sent another person, completely different, sent it to drop L Miles. So L Miles, everybody, you already know what to do. Anytime you want to come back up, drop whatever, look at the photo on the profile, send it through, put the name in the notes, whatever you're doing specifically, and I'll get it done. And there's anonymity. I never say names. I never say names about who's sitting whatever. Go ahead, Flex. I'm sorry.
Yes. So how do you account for the judicial corruption in terms of the unfairness when they are presiding over cases, depending on the person? How do you account for people who are not represented correctly due to the fact that they don't have, qualified lawyers? And if they had actual lawyers, they would be represented correctly. That's number 2. How do you also account for the judicial system when it's been overwhelming evidence that supported their innocence, and they have been incarcerated as a result of that, and so they was exonerated as a result of that? How do you account for that, and what number would you give?
One at a time, man. You can't give me like 4 different questions and expect me to.
Okay, let's start with the judicial corruption. How do you account for the judicial corruption when you interpreting statistics?
Oh, okay, I'll get to that. Exonerations. That was your last one. Exonerations. I already.
No, let me start at the top. Start with the first one.
So
real quick off time before you say that off time.
He don't want to answer
apologize.
that question. He don't have an answer.
Instead of 6 after the hour, okay, it's 26 after the hour, okay. D, I'm just letting you know it's 26 after the hour instead of 6 now, right? Because somebody put something on top of that, and then obviously you see Black American. Something was sent through to get Black American back up. That's where we're at. Go ahead, off time. Answer Flex. Go ahead.
So the corrupt judicial system, racist judicial system.
Hold on 1 second. I apologize. You can't drop you can't drop a mod with just 1. It's 3 times the amount. So I'm not saying any names, of course, but I'm just letting you know Flex is a mod, right? Flex is a mod. So Flex is protected, has extra padding. Every mod does. If you look at the photo, just so you know I'm not just blowing smoke, right? It's 3 times that. Right, so in other words, 2 more of what you just did. Mods don't go down for just 1. You got to check the photo, okay? All right, Flex, off time. Whoever was talking, continue with the line of question.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, our racist judicial system doesn't justify or explain why Black people are unaliving themselves or at each other at the rate that they are. And when you look at exonerations, I've already shared this statistic going back to 1989. There's been under 4,000 total exonerations. So it's insignificant.
Off time, hold on 1 second, because it is wild in the building tonight. My mod, Flex, was just dropped, okay? Because they actually did send the extra amount, right? So Flex, you know what it is, Flex? It's already happened to Royal before. It's happened to other mods before, right? So this is not the first time it's happened. But somebody actually, I don't know, but like somebody dropped you. And so that's 20 minutes, Flex, right? That's
So I guess I don't have to answer the question anymore since he got dropped.
You still can, but you
I'm
can
good.
speak to what he said, but I'm just letting it be known,
He
just so
don't
you know.
want to answer that.
Flex
How
was
many
dropped, so
times I
Flex
have
is
to-
gonna put. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. It's gonna put you at 10 after the hour, Flex. Okay.
How much it costs to bring him back up?
Just basically look at what the regular thing that you sent. It's just 3 times that.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I'm
mine's
getting
are.
bored. I'm finna send it and he can come back up and I'll see y'all. I'm getting bored.
I understand it. I understand. It's a lot going on. Go ahead, off time.
Yeah, again, exonerations,
Man,
guys.
y'all
I
heard
hear
him
that
call them women.
statistic, and everyone's so convinced that if everybody just took into consideration exonerations, all the numbers would be so much
And they
drastically
pulling us
different. That's
down.
just
They
not the
pulling down my
case.
homeboys
It
down.
doesn't impact the total numbers at all. It helps a few people out every couple of years. Every year, you know, there's a handful of them. It's not significant. So, don't think that's going to change the argument or change the vast majority of what we're seeing. It doesn't impact it at all.
Flex coming back up.
All right, real quick. Give me a second off time. Flex, I'm sure you were listening, so you want to respond to off time because he just responded to you.
Yes. Well, I don't know where you're getting your statistics from because I've looked at it in the FBI and I've actually did research and it says that none of that can be established. Statistically speaking, there's no way to account for over. Yes. So the base you're looking in, it doesn't take into account the exoneration. It doesn't take account into the corrupt judicial system. None of that is taken into account when those statistics were manufactured that you're looking at. So therefore, those are.
What about the
incorrect.
National Registry of Exonerations?
Yeah. All of that, because there's some crimes, some people who are still in prison who haven't been exonerated, but they're innocent due to the
everybody in jail.
What I've noticed is,
everybody.
I'm sorry,
That's not
I'm sorry, but
accountable
what I've
as well.
noticed is outside when you're speaking, no one's cutting you out. Let him land, brother.
Yes, and so that's why I'm asking these pertinent questions because I want to know of the 13% of the population, how many of black people of that 13% are committing these crimes? How many?
Be a very small percentage. I think 20. It's not significant, but it's bad. But if you go to the national,
I need a number.
Go to the national
It's
registry.
not
I don't know what the
significant,
percentage
but it's
of black
bad.
people that
It is contradicting, Divine.
I
You
got
see what I'm
about 3
doing? I'm
more
trapping
minutes
him
in me.
purposely.
No, you're not.
Saying
You're
I
not
gotta
trying.
get
The
this
National
done.
Registry of
You
Exonerations
said it wasn't.
will tell you that
it was
3,850.
insignificant, but it's bad.
3,850.
It's insignificant, but it's bad.
It's
Which is
significant.
1980.
I
No, the
knew I was
exonerations,
gonna
total
say
exoneration since 1989 is 3,850. And
No,
you can
no,
check
no.
the
And that's
National
over
Registry.
That wasn't the question.
National Registry.
So let me do this.
Exonerations.
Let me do this real quick, Divine. Let me do this off time because this is important, I think, right? Because you've been saying a lot. A lot of people have been saying a lot. I'm actually going to allow this time for Flex and you to face off and literally comb through the details of what it is that you're saying, because I feel like it's never a good thing when people are able to run away from things. Not suggesting that that's what you're doing, but I'm just saying that I want to actually hear the Q&A and I want to hear like the answers to these questions. And perhaps if we need to pull sources, I already know Divine's ready to go with that. So off time, please answer everything. And if you have questions for Flex, I'm sure he'll answer them. I want you two to be able to have this conversation because I think this is very important. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. So could you give me a number in terms of how many of that 13% is actually committing crimes?
No, I don't know that. But I know that.
Before they get started,
I don't know that, but I do
before they
know
get
black
started,
people.
Busy wanted to be
my
dropped,
God.
Oh, Busy,
and I don't want to mess up
Busy,
your
sorry.
algorithm.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much for coming up and engaged. Appreciate you. I didn't see that, Busy. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, you were saying them, and so thank you so much, Busy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dreams, for letting me know because I didn't even see that.
See, this means that the conversation is very disingenuous off the start. Because if you can't account for how many people of that 13% is committing these crimes, and then the number that you provided earlier is staggering in comparison to a low number that you said it was, but you can't provide that actual number, then
Well, I'm not sure I understand what you're saying here. Make your argument. What are you saying that I'm saying?
You said, I asked you, I said, of the 13%, provide us a percentage of that 13%.
Yeah, it's hard to come up with the number of what percentage of crime is committed by the back. We know the total crime statistics. We know
No,
that.
but you said it makes up over 40%. If you say it makes up over 40%, then you have.
What happened to Flex?
You said that BLK people commit 40% of violent crimes. Did you not say that?
27%. 27.
Okay, even if you bring in 27%, how do you factor in how many of that 13% is actually committing crimes? Because it mathematically follows.
I don't know that there's statistics on determining what percentage of black men commit crime. Is that what
how
you're
do you
asking?
get to 27% of crimes is committed by 13% of the population, which is BOK? So I'm asking, of that 13%, what percentage of those 13% is committing 27% of the crimes?
I would say 10% maybe of black
So
people.
you don't know. Okay.
We don't know. No.
I'm done, because his argument is disingenuous and it's very dishonest. Because
Black people commit 27% of crime. They're 13% of the population. It's a factor of 2x that they're overrepresented in that data, right?
So the whole 13%.
Okay. Hey, hear me out. Hear me out. White people are 59% of the population, and they're somewhere upwards of 60-something% of the crime. That is not a factor of 2x overrepresenting the data. It's not even close, right?
No.
So you have to take these things into consideration when you look at data. And if you say this particular person or this particular data set is 27%.
That's what he's trying to say, but there's certain things you can't put in, like corrupt government and exoneration rates.